Hyvää päivää and welcome to Helsinki, Finland. This is what Finnish spring looks like. The snow has almost melted, cloudy, warmish and snowing lightly. Very different than in Central Europe or Florida. You can feel the wind from watching the snowflakes and the ground dancing. This is our second job site of the day. You can see the first one by clicking the card here. On this side, our job is to cut down these beautiful long aspen trees. They were rotten and a hazard to the people and surroundings. Total of 6 trees. The beautiful spruces are to be left untouched to bring some cover from sun and wind. The trees are on a downhill slope and next to an openish field or a bush. The trees are felled away from the houses towards the field. Does that make the job risk-free? No. There is a possibility to let the tree fall to those 2-yard huts and fence. Especially the aspens are heavy enough to inflict great damage to the huts. The field is public area and very popular among local dog owners to walk there, and on the adjacent road with their dogs. We needed to stay vigilant not to fell the trees on people or animals. People walking around listening to music with their headsets on isn't a problem only in traffic, it's a problem for us as well. Sometimes they don't hear the chainsaw. This seems to be the first time anyone has done anything with these trees. Hence the big amount of skinny trees growing all over the place. We are getting even more snow and wind. Great. Likewise, in the previous job site, we are working as a team of 3. This speeds up the work a lot because we can work different phases simultaneously. I'm using my Stihl MS400 chainsaw in this job with a 20 inches long bar. I'm using the Scandinavian notch, it's the best for aiming. Aiming is important, a hung-up tree is the last thing I would like to have on this job. Pay attention how the falling trunk jumps forward. I get a lot of questions about cutting the sides of the trunk clean before the back cut. I do it because of 2 things. Firstly, it helps me to see where the chainsaw blade is cutting and how much space I have between the blade and the holding wood. The second reason is to avoid the bark to twist the tree sideways when the trunk falls. The bark is very strong and has the ability to twist the tree a lot. And yes, a third reason is that the bark can rip the stump into pieces and the pieces might hit me, dealing a lot of damage. Because there are so many trees to be cut down, we decided to pack and limp the trees in between of the felling. Otherwise we would end up with a huge pile of trunks which slows the work down significantly. And before you ask, the trees are ordered to be cut to 3 feet pieces and they will be used as firewood later by the customer. This makes the job easier and cheaper. We didn't need to worry about the removal and cleaning. I hate when the tree pinches the chainsaw during packing. That's why I don't cut the trunk through from the top, only the halfway, and the rest I cut from bottom up. This is how I stay away from the pinching forces. Here you can see the amount of wood we are working. It was a good idea to process the trees in between of the felling. Alright, let's continue the felling. The same dance, I cut and Juhani pushes. This time it's a birch and if the rotten wood begins from the stump. If you like this kind of tree cutting and forestry videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm not sure if you knew, but YouTube is a game where all reactions to the video helps to win it. You can participate easily by pressing the thumb buttons and leaving a comment. Let's see how many points do we get with this video. This was an interesting one to cut down. The aspen is hiding behind a spruce, which want to keep the aspen upright, like a married couple supporting each other. I have to aim again to separate the couple. As you can see from most of these trunks, the Scandinavian notch makes the falling trunks to jump forward, which makes the felling safer. This is what urban forestry is all about. Each job is different, requires different approaches and solutions to end up in the state that the customer desires. Very different than working for the timber industry in the forest. Have questions or experiences with tight space removals? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to see more real-world forestry from real job sites using professional equipment and solutions, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And hey, stay safe out there.